I've had women in my life that the more money I gave them, they said they love me more and more.
Okay.
But I've had women that I gave money to and that didn't faze them. They just wanted quality time. Mm-hmm. And that was love to them.
Eric Roberts, ATL Hero, biggest mobile out there.
What they do?
Which you did like 10 movies this year already.
Man, I'm trying, man.
Well, 15
going on 11.
11?
Well, 15, like you said.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't stop hitting you up for multi-million-dollar contracts, so on and so forth. So, ATL Hero.
What's up?
Rob TV. Yeah. There is no better person I would want to unpack this question with. Mm-hmm. Is love a transaction? Are we falling in love or signing unspoken contracts? The angle I'm coming from is, can we explore how modern relationships revolve around an exchange, looks, money, attention, healing? What happens when someone stops paying? So, you just did the red. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start with a question. What do you think people are really trading in relationships?
What do I think people are trading in relationships?
Yes, sir.
You want my opinion on what I think they should, or what's going on as a whole right
now? Subjective.
Subjective. Yeah, I feel like right now, people are going into relationships and they don't really know what the hell they want out of the relationship. I think it's a lot of confusion right now in the world, right? I think perception from social media has people living in an illusion of what they think reality is. Okay. But reality is, if two people are not working together to have a common, it doesn't have to be the same goal, but if two people are not coming together to become one in a whole, something's gonna go left. Somebody's gonna feel like somebody's getting played along this transaction, right? Okay. Because I think a fair transaction is, I pay for this, right? And you pour back into me. Okay. You know, I pour into you, you pour into me. Will it ever really be completely balanced? You know, life in circumstances, one person may be giving a little more than the other at one point, but this person might be pouring a little bit more than the other at a certain, you know what I mean?
So you're talking about an emotional transaction.
Yeah. So
let's segue into like what would be a financial transaction. I think that was a really good answer. But, you know, and I feel like it can really be that simple, especially when you're in a relationship. You might not always like that person. Yeah. But when you come back and you continue to pour into one another and the value, I feel like the emotional value or like the soul value, I feel like that's really important. Yeah. But how do you feel about 50-50?
How I feel about 50-50. Ooh, I think it determines that particular couple, honestly, overall, because me and how I was raised, like in my household, my dad never required my mom to pay for nothing. Okay. You know what I mean? And me personally, any woman that's watching this video, they can vouch. E-Rob don't ever expect a woman to pay for nothing. Okay. Like, I don't believe in 50-50, right? But I will say this much. I do believe in 50-50 if something in my life has happened financially. Like I say, you know I'm a director, you know I'm a producer. In some months,
it's not steady.
Stuff slow up, right?
Especially at the end of the year, people want to be with their family.
Right. So if I got a partner that I would hope I pick right, somebody who loves me and is going to pour back into me in this season of me struggling, they don't owe me nothing, right? They can technically get up and leave, honestly. But you would hope you pick a partner, right? That if stuff do go left, they pick it up and you might have been 70-30 or you might have been 80-20. Now it might be 60-40 now, 50-50. This stuff changes over time.
So my proposition to you is, what does it look like for 100-100?
100-100? You said, what does it look like?
What would that look like to you?
What that look like to me is like most of are they living with me, or this just they got their spot, I got my spot?
If you're giving 100% of yourself to that person, and the other person is giving 100% of themselves to you,
right?
Oh, you're locked in.
Right. So you saying, what does that look like to me? That looks like I take this person on a date, right? We'll say I'm courting this person, we go on a date. I pay for the date. Everything's good. After the date, they ask me, we talk about life. They ask me, how are you feeling emotionally or is there anything psychologically you're going through right now? And they motivate me and push me to become a better me.
Okay.
That's what 100 looks like to me. I'm providing as a man in this world, and they're coming back and they're giving me that nurturing spirit and care and motivation to keep me going. They're not nagging a lot, right? It's not more BS coming at me. I'm loving and supporting them in what they're doing. They're loving and supporting me in what I'm doing.
Okay.
And we're both moving forward toward a common purpose, which should be marriage. If we're already married, we should be building upon what we built so far.
Okay.
And that should include us trusting each other more over time, us building real estate together, us breaking generational curses, right?
Okay.
And that start with good habits.
Okay.
That start with us not necessarily being on a particular schedule, but us building towards something that overall we can pass down to future generations.
And that's what 100% of you and 100% of them look
For sure.
So, okay, so next question would be, we live in Atlanta. You have ATL E-Rob in your name. When I first met you, I thought you changed your name to ATL. ATL E-Rob. Lo and behold, it's just like the city major. So with that being said, your experiences in Atlanta. If we go to Lennox, we go to Buckhead, we see, so on and so forth, the lifestyles that are perceived, the perception of that. Who they're with. I got to be with a baller. I got to be with somebody on the Falcons.
Yeah. I
got to be, with Gunna if he ever comes back, or Thug if he ever comes back, or Baby if he ever comes, well, he's here. But you know what I'm saying? I have to be with them. I have to be a rich, quote unquote, or I have to be with a rich dude.
Yeah.
So, question.
I experienced that shit too.
And have you ever felt like you were being used?
Hell yeah. I cut it, but yeah, for sure. Simply for the reason by me working in entertainment, naturally a lot of women, when they see my lifestyle and what I do, like they automatically are like, can you do this or can you do that for me? Some of them, it's like
instantaneously. They're used to getting it.
Yeah, hell yeah. I done a lot of women. That's why honestly, I don't want to close my DMs because I have closed a lot of deals. I done booked 3 TV shows through Instagram DMs, right? So I don't really want to close them off, but on the dating side, bro, it's ridiculous, man. Like the last few times I have DM people from, like, got their number from a DM, we just casually talking, motherfuckers sending me their bills. For the first 2 conversations.
I feel like, it's the compartmentalization in those situations. I really feel like it could start as something not so genuine. It could start as something platonic even.
Yeah.
Or seem like it's going to be like a business deal or something. Or seem like, oh, hey, yeah, let's partner and this, that, and third. And then you take care of something. And then you take care of something again. Yeah. And it's like, wait, why is that habit forming? Yeah. Like, why can you do that for me? You send it back, shoot it back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I have felt like I've been taken advantage of as well too. Yeah. Just being out there, especially in the prime, especially in college. It's like pull up with the camera, so on and so forth. Or, pull up with...
But they do not respect us who just pull up with their camera.
No, not at all. And it'd be like, it could even be a girl you like. And then she done chatted you up to the point where you're like, okay, well, I'm coming. And then you shooting a rapper music video and they skirt off inside of the video.
Motherfucker want some drone shots for $5.
$5, it'd be like, oh, you said it was going to be free. It's free for her.
I'm trying to tell you.
You don't get paid.
But yeah, use, man, hell yeah. Man, just so many times, bro. And it's to the point now, though, I can truly say I don't get used no more from nobody because I got boundaries set. Like,
I feel like that comes with maturity as well.
Yeah, for sure. And people know with me, like, they know off rip, like, I ain't doing nothing for nobody unless it's a deposit. And that deposit don't always mean money, right? It just means you putting in some type of work to show me that you worthy of my time.
Okay. And we're talking about even from, like, what would be a deposit for women?
To me?
Yes.
You want to be honest, bro? Like, and I don't even want to give women this game, but shit, even reposting one of my posts on their story,
Support is a good one.
hell yeah,
Okay.
hell yeah. That's because financially, I've been blessed to put myself in a situation that is nothing nobody financially can really do for me now. But yeah, man, that support, man, that love, that man, baby boy, I see you keep going, like. You out here, you
That
out
appreciation.
man, that's everything to me, bro. Like, that's everything. Real talk.
Okay. So does love have a price? Or better yet, when you're dating somebody, you kind of like want to do some stuff. Like you want to pay for stuff. You want to be able to take care of that person. Even getting married is expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So does love actually have a price?
Yeah. I'm gonna say yes and no, right? Because I can only speak for men right now because I'm a man. I would say love has a good price if you are loving the right person, the person who love you and pour into you. Because me being a young man and I've been out here on the other sides of these streets and I've messed with multiple women before, they got a price too.
It does.
And that price can cost you your damn life, your sanity. So many things can go left by you pouring them energies into multiple people. So love does have a price. I would say this much, and a lot of people are not going to agree with me. I had a partner, we got into an argument about this. I say men, they shouldn't bring a woman into their kingdom until they have some type of financial stability.
Okay. Fair.
Because simply for the fact, don't no woman want to sit up with your ass all day and watch TV.
Okay.
Like, a woman eventually, she's going to want to do certain things.
Okay.
Or even if she's in love you or not.
Okay.
But if she loves you, she's either going to have needs. Every woman got needs, right? And you should be helping her probably not everything, unless you kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to have to help this woman in some type of way, and vice versa. Shit, you know, you would think if a woman loves a man, she will pour into him and try to not necessarily be a therapist, because we all need our own therapist too, but just keep her man sane to go attack this damn world.
So you're talking about like the purpose, or the value that they bring or add.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
As a man. As a man, because like what you said, I think that the lack of purpose, and I feel like the lack of vision and the lack of drive, I do, but just my own subjective experience, especially when we're talking about bouts of depression, things of that nature, you're just stationary. Grief, you're stationary. But you got to refocus and get back in there. I do feel like accumulating wealth and being able to build that kingdom and things of that nature, I really do feel like that has a lot to do with your drive and purpose. And this is even something that me and Maya talk about, because she wants to help, but it's just out of a place of, I guess,
because that woman really love you, bro.
Yeah, out of a place of hurt. There's a lot of things that I keep at arm's length, but just the fact that it's like, oh, well, she's an active and willing participant. Yeah. It's kind of one of those things that you can't overlook. And then showing up every single time. Yeah. So I feel like that price, it's more of an emotional price.
Yeah,
something sustainable.
You're right.
So.
But overall, man, like I say, love is a beautiful cost if somebody love you who actually really love you and you love them for real.
It's love unconditional.
It's love unconditional. Yes and no. Right? Because something could happen along the way. Conditions in life change people. Traumas change people, right?
Okay.
God forbid, but watch this. We talking about unconditional love. Say a couple, they've been together for 30 years, right? And a traumatic event, God forbid, but something traumatic happens to the other person. That condition has changed, right? But unconditionally, yeah, they still can love that person. But is it wrong for a person to move on with their life because of something that happened? Like, does that make the unconditional love, like, is it different now? Or does the conditions change?
So, technically, well, I definitely see what you're saying. And, one of those things, when you get married, you say vows, and then you got that sickness or in health.
Right.
I feel like they covered that one specifically because that is a condition that would change. Let's just say even for women, specifically Black women, breast cancer. And then she gets breast cancer.
Right.
She might lose something. She might lose her hair. She might lose her beauty as a result of chemotherapy. And she might even be terminally ill.
Right.
We give off.
Right.
Do you?
Oh, you said do I?
Yeah, do you?
Hell no. I'm sticking by that person. But at the same time, like, I'm a man, like, I got needs.
Okay.
So I feel like it just depends on the amount of time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Because you said if they're terminally ill.
Yeah.
I think.
So you break up with them as a result of their being sick? And I'm definitely not.
Hell nah. I couldn't. Yeah. And hypothetically, I couldn't just break. That's fucked up, man.
Exactly.
I couldn't just break up with.
And then we have our conditions. And we might say that.
Okay, I will say this much. I think you can, like, us talking. Yeah, you can unconditionally love somebody for sure. But once again, at the end of the day, certain things happen in life, and that's just the reality of situation, right? And I think we have to understand at the end of the day, as long as respect is there and y'all are growing together, like, why not still unconditionally love this person? I think self-love also comes into the factor of if something gets like if I get disrespected or I start disrespecting them along the way, they can still unconditionally love me, but the conditions of what I did to them can change the unconditional love to be like, man, F you now.
Okay.
Like, why should I still unconditionally love you? Because now you done did something that changed the conditions of my unconditional love.
Okay, that's fair. So, final question. Because I really feel like in a lot of facets and, just universally, we say that God is love, and I feel like that is like the only true, like, purest form of love. I don't think that we actually like know what love is. I feel like that is the process, and like I think we experience it all the time. And I feel like it's a thing with, especially like maturity. It's like, oh my God, like I was 7 years old, and it's like I hated the fact that I was short and then I'm tall, so that's not even like a thing for me anymore. And it's like I love like a certain food, and it's like I had it so much I don't even like that food anymore. And it's like, at what point do we, say, like, what is love? Like, what are those conditions in love that makes it love? Even for a person.
Yeah. I think overall love is, so the definition, if I could think, I think love is overall pouring your energy and soul into another person to make both sides happy. In a sense, I think that's love. Like, you are giving this positive vibrational energy, right? And it is vibrating so loud that it's creating happiness
on the inside.
Within yourself, right? So people have different things that make them feel good, but love is what y'all make of it.
So love is always going to be subjective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, like, some people out here, it could be somebody out here right now, right? I've had women in my life that the more money I gave them, they said they loved me more and more. Okay. But I've had women that I gave money to, and that didn't faze them. They just wanted quality time, and that was love to them. Okay. So am I wrong for saying that the person who want money thrown at them, hell, that's their definition of it? I gotta respect that. I feel like it's bullshit, but it is. That's their way of their love, how they receive.